the teams that I think we need to watch are
Denver.
the Broncos, obviously. With Nathaniel Hackett there as the head coach. Right. The Raiders, isn't that? Look, I don't know what's going to happen with Derek Carr, and I think Derek Carr is going to have a voice in what happens with Derek Carr. But Josh McDaniels and Aaron Rodgers joining forces with the Raiders, that's a hell of a story if that would happen.
Sure.
The Steelers,
without a doubt, they got to be on his radar.
But, okay, and then in the NFC, the 49ers and the Buccaneers. Is there another team in the NFC that makes sense? The Giants were on the fringes until they made it clear that Daniel Jones is their guy.
Right.
And now, obviously, it's off the table. If they knew Aaron Rodgers was interested, would they revisit their renewed love and faith in Daniel Jones? I don't know. Well, if we get Aaron Rodgers, maybe all of a sudden we don't like Daniel Jones as much as we did.
I do look at NFC. I don't think there's any way the 49ers happen. I just don't. One, it's kind of their arch nemesis right now as far as the Packers are concerned, are the 49ers. Matt LaFleur, if I'm the head coach, and even if I like Kyle Shanahan and like Aaron Rodgers, man, the one thing I wouldn't want to see is them. And then what? Next year, who comes into town, or we got to go play Aaron Rodgers and the 49ers, or we're watching them play in the Super Bowl. I just don't think there's any way LaFleur is going to let him end up in Shanahan's hands. The one teams that I look at to just go that are intriguing to me, Washington, I do look at.
Wow.
There's no quarterback there. They have a decent O-line. We know they have some pieces on defense. You got a Terry McLaurin and a Curtis Samuel and an Antonio Gibson at running back. There's some weapons there. And even, I said this, Carolina Panthers, that would be a risky one, but there's at least weapons there where you go, I can go there and do some things on the offensive side of the ball. But I do look at Denver as being that main team to look at.
I just don't know why you want to throw yourself into a division with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert. We have been waiting since 2018 for Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers to cross paths. They could potentially cross paths twice a year, minimum, maybe 3.
I get you. It's a risky proposition. No, there's no doubt. And I would think that would be, to me, one of the main things that scares me away. You're trying to win a Super Bowl. You're going to go I'm going to mess with the best player in the sport twice a year and see if we can overtake him to do it. That's a tough one.
Steelers or Broncos, which one would you choose if you were Rodgers? If it came down to those two.
Oof. Gosh. Man, the Broncos have more in place as far as the O-line is concerned. But I would probably avoid Mahomes in that. I would probably take the Steelers. You got Deontay Johnson, Claypool. They need to fix the offensive line. Still work in progress. Got some young guys there. But you got a defense. We know
defense. Najee Harris, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah. I mean, the Steelers are like the Packers as far as their tradition, except they have an owner. But there's some similarities.
Typically the kind of thing the Steelers would do, but local viewership in Pittsburgh was down 10% last year.
Wow.
They're not selling out the stadium to the full capacity. I think they need to be concerned about where the franchise currently is, and I know that Mason Rudolph's their guy, but come on. All due respect, come on.
Yes, come on.
And if they could get Aaron Rodgers and they could make it work under the salary cap, and you're right, there has to be some allure to Aaron Rodgers to go from one historic franchise to another historic franchise. I don't know how it feels about living in Pittsburgh, but hey,
you just live in Wisconsin.
I'm 100 miles away. Yeah. Come on down. We'll drink some scotch. We'll drink some tequila. We'll smoke a cigar. We'll hang out in the pool.
You're not going to hang out with him.
I think he and I would get along.
You're scared of this guy over here 40 feet from you. He doesn't care about COVID.
Aaron, you got to get vaccinated first. If you're vaccinated,
he's immunized, bro.
He's immunized. If you get vaccinated, come on down.
You're gonna share a cigar with him. Yeah, right.
Hadn't thought of that.
Yeah,
hadn't thought of that.
All right, Aaron, you're not.
But I'm telling you what. I am convinced that if he and I had a chance to get together and hang out, we would get along, and he would hate himself for acknowledging that I am not the ass that he thought I was.
Well, yeah, you're snarky. You're both snarky.
We'd have a great conversation.
You would. I think you'd be very in depth about a lot of things. There's no doubt. You're both very intelligent.
I think it's going to be fun to watch it play out, and it's going to be one of the big stories of the offseason. And we'll know by March 16, first day of free agency, we will know. And these wheels are going to start turning.
Would Miami get into this conversation? Are they going to double down on Tua 100%
no, here comes
there?
On.
I know.
Two-and-ons everywhere.
I know.
You never know when somebody with a sock full of pennies is going to come up and start whacking us over the head and say, we are two-and-on, beware. But potentially.
It's another team that has a lot of things in place where you go, wow, Super Bowl-type defense. Waddle at receiver.
But there's no good destination in the AFC.
No, I know. It's all scary. West, all those quarterbacks.
You go to the East, you got the Bills, and you got Bill Belichick. You go to the North, you got Joe Burrow. You got the Ravens, you got the Browns. I would stay in Green Bay, but I don't think he's going to.
I don't think he'll either. I don't think so either. Tampa would be the one that'd be really interesting. I mean, that would be really interesting.
But if you don't win the Super Bowl your first year, you're a failure in comparison to Tommy.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Retirement is the one thing that's not going to happen. Now that Brady's retired, there is no way that Aaron Rodgers is going to be second fiddle to Tom Brady on Hall of Fame weekend in 5 years.
Ben Roethlisberger.
No way, but exactly. There is no way that Aaron Rodgers is going to put himself in that position. At least he would be the B on the attraction. Yeah. It would be Tom Brady in huge letters, and then with Aaron Rodgers featuring Ben Roethlisberger.
Right.
That's kind of how it would go.
Right.
But it's just going to be the Tom Brady. Oh, by the way, Ben Roethlisberger show in 5 years. But it's gonna be fun to see how it plays out, and we'll know because you got the quarterback carousel that will start up after the coaching carousel stops. When we know who the coordinators are, when we're in a better position to piece it all together, that's when these deals will start being done. Remember last year it was January 30th the Matthew Stafford deal was done.
It's amazing.
So
NFC though, I think you're on to something there.
Why not stay in the NFC?
You got to. You got to. The AFC is scary right now. You're talking about potentially really the three best players in our sport, and Allen, Mahomes, and Joe Burrow. Oh, you got to deal with them every year. That's tough. And then, you go to the AFC North, and you got to deal with Lamar Jackson and that crew. And that just you're right. I think the NFC thought is one that certainly jumps out to me.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.